8 points already. 2 more made threes. Let's bring it down to Amanda, who's got more.
Well, Coach Ott spoke about Colin and just having him maintain his rhythm from San Antonio. And he said you can find any stretch of big games and there's going to be a dip. It wasn't as much as him, but the ball just not finding it. He said we always want him to be aggressive, and it's something that we've always pressuring CG to do. Just be aggressive, and the ball can find him more often. We said in the last couple of games it was just good to see him get rewarded for all of his work and the sacrifice that he makes.
Here's Rasheed on the catch and shoot 3. Can't connect on that one. Yeah, those 210 coming into tonight. Also 90 steals.
Yeah.
So you look at that, and I think a lot of times Suns fans forget how good of a defender Quentin Richardson was, because he is right there in that same combination. As A.J. Green in the drive inside, drops it off to Nance, who lays it up and in.
All right, this second unit not off to a good start here to start the quarter.
Collin working off the Iguodaro screen, flicks it across to Green, lines up the 3 ball, knocks it down. Here is Sims using a big body off the Green. Thomas chased defensively as Fleming steps out. Thomas finds Green. 3 ball on the way, missing that one badly.
Man. Kind of jam it a little bit.
Green comes in 21st in the NBA in three-point percentage. At just over 40%. They're scoreless in just 12 minutes against Utah. Green. Nance knocks that one off. And it'll be Suns ball. Yeah, they went and made the big splash. Turner, of course, departing Indiana. They made the trade for Kuzma last year. That's Green on the drive, going right into Turner again. So, second time tonight to lose. EJ, you can't score if you don't shoot. Just saying. Purchase. I mean,
wow, I didn't know.
I'm pretty sure you came out of your mom's room shooting.
Pretty impactful. I've been gone away from you a while. You've been coming really good at it, you know?
Kuzma with a runner over Livers. You see Livers getting a run here. Suns short-handed again tonight. 245 games missed due to injury.
Man.
And that doesn't include the games that'll get tacked on tonight. Livers driving, went in attack mode, but met there by Nance to get a piece and force the miss. Nance tried to hand it off, but good ball denial there by Dunn. Prevented it. Green, 3 ball, yes.
Yeah, who is making a mistake on that guy?
A.J. Green, catch it
right now. But, you know, at least we did call a few plays. They ain't calling no plays now. Now it's just pick and roll to ISO. That's all it is.
Right?
Yeah. And for you, like when you're watching the game, we've had this conversation before, when you're watching the game the way it's played right now and how open it is.
Oh, my God.
How devastating would you have been in this situation?
I mean, look, all it is you shoot threes, good straight shot, good hit, and just, I mean, like I said, it's ISO. They don't post up nobody. They don't call any plays. Just, listen, look, we just came up and go 1-on-2, swings. He's shooting this stuff. They don't really pass a lot.
So you're going for, if you don't have it, you go up for the offensive rebound.
Yeah, I'm going for offensive rebound because that's, listen, they're shooting such a high clip right now. The turnover rate is, I mean, the turnover is how many times they shooting up field goals right now. I'm averaging 20 plus rebounds right now because nobody go to the glass.
Yeah, of course, that's one of the calling cards of the Suns team is how much they do crash the offensive glasses. Nance on the runner, misfires on that one.
I'm going to get them easy buckets. I'm doing things people ain't doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to do other stuff as well.
Iguodaro grabbed on his attempt to get to the rim. Well, and that was one of the...
And it was all predicated on the ball, but when we got to running that spread offense with Steve a lot of times, it was a pick and roll that, and then people was like, man, you know, I think everybody on that team, on the teams that we had, they made the game easier for everybody else. Because the things that we was able to do and the things we added to each other, help each other make the game that much easier.
And Sean, look, I know you watch the Suns a lot, and, you know, this team has been a surprise of the league. Unfortunately, and you can't too much complain about it. Every team suffers injuries. But they've had a tough go of it here lately.
So when Dillon come back, man, if they can get the full strength, I think, man, listen, I think they got chances like anybody else. I think they're shooting the ball very well. They shoot at a very high clip, and then when that offense is going, and D-Book and everybody got the rhythm the way it should be, man, it's special. And as you and I know, most people know, once you get in that playoffs, anything's happening.
Right.
You know, and if you get high at the right time and everybody firing all cylinders, anything is possible. So, like, I think one of the biggest Achilles heels for the Suns is the defense.
Talking about Quentin Richardson and his value, and I think a lot of people forgot how good of a defender he was.
Oh, listen, I mean, at the time, you know, it was really the power forward, which people didn't like. Majority, I don't know nobody ever in NBA history was able to do that. Period. It just speaks in volumes because everybody in the power forward position at that time when we went to small ball was the most dominant position in the league. And for me to transition into that position, dude, it was very challenging, but I did it and did it very well. You know, and people don't understand the dynamic of what that really means and how you really got to adapt to do that.
We got some really gifted athletic players on this team, and we got a rookie over there, Rasheer Fleming.
Yeah.
And when I watch him play, his bounce and just how active he is, you know, in some ways it reminds me of how bouncy you are. You know, I don't know how much you've got a chance to.
Special. I know we got to try and compare old versus new
Right.
a lot of times, but like, listen, you know, I think I'm in my own lane by myself. I don't think nobody. I don't think nobody did whatever I did in NBA history. But with that being said, though, there's a lot of guys who are special and do.
Here's Kuzma, 9 in the quarter, making 11 and looking for more.
Kuzma, you know, he can score the ball. He hasn't been consistent, you know, over the last year or two, but he gets hot. He is a problem.
Yeah, Jordan talked about that. You know, you love seeing the growth the rookie's getting playing time, but he said, you know, mistakes like that get magnified here in the month of March. Green passed up the three-point look. Still dribbling to the paint. Can't get the midi, but tapped up and in.
And he turns and knocks it in.
Rollins leaning inside, goes Glass over Green.
Again, they're getting everywhere, right? They're getting to their spots, and they're creating wide open looks.
Green driving on Rollins and returns the favor. Rollins expecting help. Nothing at 29. No Royce O'Neal tonight. Here is Rollins off the Sims. Rollins probing the paint, gets across the lane, knocking down the pull-up.
Yeah, just again, as I continue to repeat here, it's almost like they're at a carnival right now with the Suns' defense.
Good to see 17 back on the floor. Catch and shoot three, coming from Dunn. Nope. And a rebound, last touch by Phoenix. Bucks shooting 75% here in the quarter.
After struggling initially.
Yeah. 7 straight makes, make it 8 straight.